Hi, welcome to Real Estate Genius. I am Terry. This is the show where we make you a genius about the local Indianapolis real estate housing market, and you can brag to your family and friends, which is really what it's all about. So hope you're having a great day. Hope you're enjoying this week, the nicer, warmer weather, all good things. Good things are happening. I wanted to start off the show today by talking about just weird, random things that people are into. It occurs to me that everybody's got kind of weird things about themselves that they just that they're like super into, they geek out about it, and it's just sometimes off the wall and strange, and sometimes it changes. So for me right now, what I said on all my social media stuff is that I am into the teachings of this guy right here. His name is Wim Hof, and he's like an extreme athlete, but he also has these online courses where you can learn to hold your breath for a long amount of time, and you can learn the benefits of cold showers and ice baths. Now that's really weird, I know. But so I signed up for this crash course. I'd heard all this good stuff about people that are doing this. So I signed up and I took his little 10-day crash course. It was like $25, right? Just to see what it's all about. So what he does is he teaches you about breathing techniques that apparently are very good for your central nervous system. They're good for your stress. They're good for all kinds of things. So what you do is you do all this breathing, and then you get your body filled with oxygen. You can tell I know what I'm talking about. You get your body all filled up with oxygen, and then you stop breathing. And you do it for a round. So you start with a 1 minute, and then you do it again, and you do a minute and a half, and then you do 2 minutes, and you do 2.5 minutes. So I've regularly been holding my breath for 2.5 minutes straight. It's the wildest thing in the world. And then when you do it, your whole body on the inside, it's like vibrating and buzzing in a really pleasant way. And then when you get done, you just feel great after you do those 4 or so rounds of breathing. So that's super weird, but I'm into it. And then the other thing this guy teaches is about the benefit of cold. So like cold showers, obviously being outside where it's cold with your shirt off maybe, I guess. But cold showers, ice baths, and how those can train your mind, because the cold is like stress and it hits you. And the more that you relax and you learn to deal with that in the cold, it also helps you deal with stress in your everyday life. So here's what I've been doing in the mornings. I've been doing the 4 rounds of breathing where you hold your breath forever, and then I jump right into a 2-minute cold shower, which is a long 2 minutes. But when I'm done with all that stuff, believe it or not, I feel super great. So that's weird, I know, but I'm into it right now. It's really interesting. So you can check him out. Just Google Wim Hof and you'll find all this stuff. Be careful. Be careful. Read the safety warnings, all that stuff. I'm not responsible for your experience. Okay, but that was interesting. So I'm like, what are the weird things that you are into, or the weird things that you do, or the weird things that you like? I thought that's like a fun conversation to have. So feel free, drop it in the comments. I would love to know. Let's get into the Indianapolis housing market stats. Here are the stats for Indianapolis right now and what's going on in the market. Home sales actually down compared to a year ago, down by 7%. A lot of people are not telling you that, but it's true. I just double checked it myself. Home prices down 7% right now compared to March of last year. So that's interesting. I think part of the problem is a lot of sellers still not selling because they don't know where they're going to go. Buyer activity and demand is still through the roof. We'll talk about that in a second. Median sale price is $225,000. This is up 10% compared to a year ago. So prices, obviously, it's supply and demand. Demand is high, so prices go up. That's just normal economic theory, right? Housing inventory is low. So there's the supply side of supply and demand, right? So supply is extremely low. We're down 59.3% compared to a year ago. And remember, a year ago, this is when inventory started to slow down because of COVID. It was new and a lot of people pumped the brakes. We are still crazy low on inventory, 59.3% down compared to a year ago. So supply is low, demand is high, so prices are through the roof. A lot of buyers, dozens of offers on most properties, honestly. If a property is priced about where it needs to be, dozens of offers happening in the first few days, and it's usually going for way above list price right now. Average days on market is 25, and that's because some houses are on the market forever and it skews all the numbers. A lot of homes are selling within a week a lot of times right now. So average days on market right now, 25. That means homes are selling 22% faster than they did this time last year. So those are how the market stats shake out. If you're a seller, it's an amazing time to sell because prices are historically high. Historically high. I read an article last week that said that home prices have never been higher. Homes have never been more expensive in our country than they are right now. So if you're a seller, it's a great time to sell. If you're a buyer, this market, I was talking to a friend yesterday and we both said this is a market that is not for the faint of heart buyer. So just know, you're going to deal with some heartbreak. You're going to deal with some heartache. You're going to have to come strong. We're going to have competitive offer situations. You got to compete and set yourself apart from the other dozens of offers that are out there, but it can be done. And hey, we should talk new construction. If you've thought new construction, that might be a great solution to the supply problems that we're having if you're on the buy side. If you have questions, let me know. Shoot me a message, leave me a comment, and tell me what weird thing you're into because it'll just make me feel better about my weird things. Have a great day. Talk to you next time.